All praises due to the Most High, family. We back with another Acres Anime review. I just finished watching episode 6, season 4 of The Shield Hero. And we basically are finally headed to Q10 Low. Right? Last season ended basically with an assassination attempt on Raftalia. They misinterpreted her putting on some specific garments as her declaring herself as royalty. And so they took offense to that. They're trying to take her out. So that was a whole reason for going to Silk Belt, is because that's the only way via ship that we can get to Q10 Low. Now, before we head out, we got to come back to Luo Lorona, right? Like, this is the kingdom that the Shield Hero, that NAOFUMI is reigning over, that he's in charge of. And so we trying to decide, okay, who, because we going, like, they tried to take our right hand out, right? Like, if you come and try to take out Raftalia, we not going with a small group like we went to Silk Belt. Like, we need to go deep, right? So we thinking about who are we taking to Q10 Low. Now, one thing I missed maybe an episode or two ago was the fact that the queen, the Melremark queen's husband, right? So this is the king, and I forgot his original name. But if you've been following the series, you remember that his punishment for doing the Shield Hero dirty, his punishment is that we refer to him as Trash. His name is Trash now. I forgot what his original name was. And his daughter got worse names. She got 2 worse names. They're interchangeable. But so they don't have their original names no more because they did NAOFUMI dirty. Anyhow, an episode or 2 ago, the Trash was showing concern for these white tiger, for Foal and Atla. He was like, oh man, he taking the white tiger kids to Silk Belt. He's like, that's gonna be a problem. Now we know why. He was concerned about them. So it turns out, because we talked about in an earlier review, that their father and grandfather is Tyron and Tyrion. Tyron is the grandpa, Tyrion is dad, and then Foal and Atla are son and daughter. Now, Tyrion. So Tyrion's wife is Trash's sister. So Foal and Atla are Trash's niece and nephew. So now we understand why he was showing concern for them. So they come back and ask to establish a relationship with their uncle. They feed him some food and they chat it up a little bit. And I don't know where that will take us later in the future, but that was a little detail that I was wondering about like earlier. I was like, why does he really care about the white tigers like this? Now we know. Okay, so we back at the village. We setting everything up. So basically we leaving Ren, the sword hero, behind so that he can protect and take charge of Luo Lorona while we gone. But we're taking the bow hero, because we have to go via ship and we're expecting an attack or some confrontation or some resistance. And so it would be nice to be able to attack from range while we are at sea. So we taking the bow hero. We taking, I forgot her name, family. Like, it's been a minute since I've been watching Shield Hero before the season came back. But there was a girl who was with the bow hero before. Now she with us. But so she got some skill with range weapons as well. So we taking the bow hero, we taking her, we taking Foal and Atla, we taking the usuals, Sadina, Raftalia, Philo, Now the two unusuals, we take in the dragon Galeon, and we're bringing, I forgot his name, but basically our swordsmith, our arms dealer. Like, we would go to him to shop for upgrades and armor and weapons. He want to come along because he says that his master may be in Q10 low, and so he's hoping that he can meet his master again, because they kind of just disappeared without saying anything to him. He's hoping he can learn something new, and he's telling NAOFUMI that you should bring me, because if I meet them, I'll improve, and I'll be more valuable to you as your arms dealer. So we bring him along too. I think that was everybody. I mean, there's a couple other people on the ship, but they not like in the crew like that. We don't even know their names, I don't think. But so we set out, family, and there's this specific lantern that is guiding our ship to Q10 low. It's literally beaming a light that we follow. And that's because on the way at sea to Q10 low, there's literally just whirlpools just popping up almost at random. And so we are on the way. We actually do have a ship. As soon as we reach their territorial waters, you can tell because the fog appears. As soon as we hit their territory, a fog pulls up, and then we notice that a ship is pulling up behind us. And good thing we brought the bow hero, because they was definitely trying to hit us with some arrows. And then they pulled up and they hopped right on our boat, and we had to fight them off. And NAOFUMI remembered. Now these are like ninja people, right? So they use like if you watch Naruto, they use kunai, they use bows, they use shuriken, and they have flash paper bombs too. So when they get to losing, they just blow themselves up. They just try to do some damage, like, as a last resort. So NAOFUMI remembered this, and we kept the damage to a minimum, although they did damage the ship a little bit. Now, where the real drama came in this episode was at the end, because we just fought these people off. We just fought this attack ship off. And then one of the whirlpools become like a water tornado, and it pulls in NAOFUMI and Raphtalia. And this is a problem. I mean, that's we can't have our number one, our captain and vice captain, get pulled off, right? So the water tornado pulled Raphtalia and NAOFUMI, and Sedina and Galeon. They're the only two that really respond quick enough, and they dive in too. Now what happens is this water tornado transported us somewhere else, basically inside Q10 low. But so thankfully Sedina and Galeon were quick enough that they got transported to the same location. So the whole time, the reason we brought Galeon, I forgot to mention earlier, is because we know that we're gonna have to deal with a water dragon. It turns out that the water tornado was the doing of the water dragon. The water dragon, basically, we learn, is not adversarial to us, rather is seeking that we help it and changing the village back to what it used to be. So it seems there's some internal politics and internal conflict there that we not fully aware of yet. But so because we had our dragon Galeon, he was able to interpret the message the water dragon was leaving behind, and we realized that we're literally in Q10 low. Now, what was it that we have to do? We got to do something, family. The 4 that got taken in by the water tornado, they have to achieve something. I forgot exactly what it was. Let me know in the comments if you remember. But they have to achieve something to allow the rest of everybody on the ship to make landfall too. So they basically, and that's what Raphtalia was able to communicate with Raphchan on the boat. Even though they separated, they was able to communicate. Raphchan explained that they just really turning around in circles and circles and circles. So they can't make landfall until we do what is required. And so hopefully they get that done next episode. I don't know, but we in Q10 low now. Peace and love.